What's up? Welcome back to the channel. Doing a little morning ride this morning, middle of the week. Kind of an unusual thing for me to be out during the middle of the week because I'm usually at work, but as most of you know, right now the federal government is shut down, and that affects me. Unfortunately, I haven't been to work in almost a month now. Trying my best to make use of the time, enjoy some stuff I usually can't enjoy, but unfortunately I haven't got paid in 3 weeks either. So hopefully by the time I get this video edited and out for you guys to watch, I'll be back to work. Till then, I'll do my best to get more content out. If you guys have noticed lately, I've got quite a bit of new content up, so if you haven't checked out that, go check it out. I got some cool stuff on there. Working on a trip down to Richfield right now. Hopefully I'll have it out, if not before this video, shortly after it. A lot of footage to sift through. That was a 3-day trip. It was pretty fun. Really cool area too. But today I figured I'd go out and get me some exercise. Couldn't find anybody that wanted to go riding with me, so it's a bit of a solo mission. Maybe I'll do a little discussing about what else is going on. I don't usually talk to the camera like this, so hopefully it don't come across as being super weird, super awkward. But finish gearing up here, we'll get on the trail. Get up out of this wind, it's cold coming out of that canyon. Chill out once we get up this hill a little bit. Phew. Not at all a terrible ride. Catch my breath here. See if we can get some drone authorization, because we are in a restricted airspace. And see if I can get some cool drone shots of this spot. Sitting here waiting for my drone to fire up and go through its pre-flight checks. This is the first flight I've ever done that's acquired an authorization, which was pretty easy through the website. And we're off. Out here on the edge, try to stick my gum back in my mouth so you guys don't gotta hear me chew on it. But this is the top of what's called 29th Street right there, and this is Ogden, Utah. Got Weber State right there in the background. The big dome thing up there is their where their basketball team plays, the D Event Center. That tannish colored building back there with part of it in the shadow, that's McKay Dee Hospital. That's where my wife works. You got Hill Airforce Base up there on the top of that hill back there. Not named because it's on a hill, but it's named after a gentleman by the last name of Hill, some colonel or commander from back in the day. And out here to the west, you have Ogden Airport. That out there, that first mountain range out there in the distance, that's actually Antelope Island. And then you got Lucian Cut Off straight out that direction. And you got Ben Lomond. Went up there a couple weeks ago on the dirt bikes. Got a video of that. You guys can check that out if you haven't seen it yet. And then behind me, you can't see it behind this ridge, but Mount Ogden's right up there. So pretty cool spot. A lot of mountain bike stuff to ride around here. A lot of outdoor stuff to do here in Utah. Mount Ogden Golf Course down there in the foreground. Pretty fun place to live. Used to hate it as a kid, but the older I get, the more I enjoy it. In fact, the older I get, you can tell behind me, it just keeps getting busier. So it's not the small town it was when I was a kid. That direction to the south is Salt Lake City, about 30 minutes by car. A lot of history. So you can see this bridge out here. Actually, let me get my phone out. That might be a better shot than the GoPro. All right, maybe that's a little better. We'll try that. I'll have to cut and mismatch these in different orders to make this look and sound right, but let me flip this thing around. So down there you got 24th Street Bridge, which is just north of the infamous 25th Street. You can see the Union Station is at the end of 25th Street, and it's got a pretty flavored history. I should probably do a video just on the history of 25th Street in Ogden. The railroad, the war, Prohibition, lots of history down there. Pretty cool history actually, considering the state's mostly Mormon, or at least a big influence of Mormon Latter-day Saints here in Utah. And you wouldn't think, but Ogden, Utah's got a pretty flavored history. Zoom in on a couple of these other spots I was talking about earlier. Got the campus of Weber State University, the Dee Event Center. Over here you got McKay Dee Hospital. Back there on top of the hill you can see the control tower for Hill Airforce Base is in the background. And then you have Ogden Airport right there. You can see the control tower out there in the runway. And way out in the distance out there, that's Promontory Point, Lucin Cutoff. And over here we got Ben Lomond Peak. That's where we went a couple weeks ago on the dirt bikes. So pretty cool. Ogden's got a pretty cool outdoor scene, a lot of trails for mountain biking, hiking, even a few for dirt bike and off-road stuff. We got a lot of four-wheel drive stuff within an hour or two of here that's pretty cool. We went up top American Fork Canyon a couple weeks ago with the Willys Jeep and checked out an area called Mary Ellen's Gulch. That was a super fun video to make. Really cool spot. And then we got 5 Mile just to the west of that. It's about an hour from here. Really fun spot to go four-wheeling, rock crawling. So if you guys haven't seen my videos of that, go check them out and subscribe, because I'm sure there's going to be some here coming up. But I'm gonna pack my stuff up here, hop back on my hybrid human-powered electric machine over there, and rip back to the truck. All right, well, let's go down the mountain, huh? All right, let's party. We're rolling. Bike ready? A little sketch right here. It's narrow. All right. You got to be careful going down this. Keep an eye out for other traffic because this is a dual direction trail. It's pretty fun to run though. I need to do a night run up here. I'll have to hit up old Nicholas McMillan. I'll have to do a night run from his house up here. Used to lap this stuff all the time as a kid. When I was younger. Getting kind of drawn in now. Pretty rad little lap through there. Alright, what are we doing? Like one of these trails should take us back up to the top here. Little bushwhack. Set my seat up so I can pedal. Go up here by the power lines and drop into that next section. Alright. Let's drop into this power line section. It's pretty fun. Hopefully nobody's coming up because there's a good jump down here. Fun little section. The access road, kind of a cool spot. come back and drop in right there, but we're gonna head up here to the mouth of Ogden Canyon. Out here and check this out. Hopefully that dude ain't coming to yell at me. Pretty good cliff going into Ogden Canyon. In the mouth of Ogden Canyon. And that's the waterfall straight across over there, but it's not running today. It is controlled by this canal down here. In fact, I did a shot of it in here, but we'll ride down here to the edge and look off and get a better shot of it. Well, I guess we'll turn around and go back up. I didn't realize they put a fence in down here. Closed to public. Well, seems there's a fence down here. I'll show you this view of it. There's a suspended bridge with the canal. That big tube's just canal water coming down from Pineview. And up there where that orange ball is, up on the hill, that's where the valve is that runs the waterfall you see in the mouth of Ogden Canyon. But this time of year, they shut the canal off. There's no water, so there's no water for the waterfall. And the other half of it goes around the front of the mountain by the bike park over there. It supplies the other half of the valley. All right, let's burn back up here and back down to the truck. Cool little duty Smurf. Looks like he's stoned. Corner up here, right there. Oh yeah. Oh, be better at those tight corners. That was weird. Camera just shut off the last little part of that. Now we're back to the truck. Pretty cool piece of Ogden history right here as well. This white building over here at the trailhead. It's a place called Rainbow Gardens. It used to be a place where you could come swim, and there's actually some hot pots just up there under that bridge I showed you earlier. The suspended canal bridge. I don't know, I believe at one point in time they had them piped down here to this spot, and they actually had some spas and stuff in there way back in the day. But before refrigeration, this field out here on the other side of the parking lot, big flat area, and they used to have it diked off. They'd flood it in the wintertime with water and let it freeze, and that's how everybody got their ice here in Ogden way back in the day. I need to find, I know I gotta have some friends out there that know a little bit and have some access to the bars downtown. I'd like to go down there and film a video on the history of Ogden from the heathen side of things. And there is one dude in particular I know I used to ski a little bit with that owns a bar down there that used to be a brothel, and it's got a pretty cool story, so maybe I'll hit him up. But for now, I'll get home and edit this video so you guys can take a look at it. Until then, remember to like, subscribe, comment. Go check out some of my old videos. Until next time, keep your adventures aimless, and we'll see you on the next one.